What's up, Ghosts and Ghouls? It's the one, the only, JT Ripper, and I'm here with
Tide of Thunder.
And today is day 11 of 31 days of horror movie countdown, and we know who to call the Ghostbusters.
Yes, this classic from 1984's got Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray, and who else was in this movie? Who's the other two?
It was the guy that played Egon. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head.
What's my black dude's name? He's famous. We had a chance to meet him. He was at a convention one time.
I know. I wish we...
Why are we drawing a blank here? He's very popular. It's a funny name.
I know. God, we suck. Of course, Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, Ernie Hudson.
Ernie frickin' Hudson. He was in The Crow and Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2 and everything else. And unfortunately, the one that played Egon passed away.
Yes. And his name was Harold Ramis.
Harold Ramis. Well, how about that?
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We wasn't prepared for the names, and we've been drawing some blank mind farts because we've been doing this for a minute today.
Yeah, not only that, but we got Sigourney Weaver in this film, and we also have Rick Moranis in this film.
Very true.
Sigourney Weaver, of course, you know her from the Alien franchise, and Rick Moranis, you know him from the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids franchise.
Yep.
So we have some heavy hitters in this, and plus we got the Marshmallow Dude going around jizzing the whole country, or excuse me, the whole state.
State Puff Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, and you got gargoyles coming to life and chasing people, and Slimer before he was a good guy.
Yeah,
you got the library ghost. You got a whole bunch of stuff. Man, this is just a fun movie.
Yeah,
you know?
This is a good family movie. Like, if you were ever going to watch like a good family horror movie, it's Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and it's an old school one because, you know what, there is a few little cussing here and there, but it makes the movie, you know. This was made when the country wasn't so pussified and so touchy, and you could make a good comedy movie like this and just have a good time with it, and you know.
And just to emphasize, if nobody's really paid attention, we're talking about the original Ghostbusters, not that god-awful remake that did no service to anybody except for insult everybody's intelligence. But we're not here to boast about that movie. We're here to talk about the greatness of the Ghostbusters. I mean, you got these trio of four guys that kind of go into business.
What?
Huh?
How can it be a trio and four guys?
A quadruple trio. Look, it's a fuck me. Okay, a trio plus one.
A trio plus one.
It's the Three Amigos plus.
Yeah, it's like everything you said, and then of course they get really popular during the city, and they start their own business. They start making money because they're real ghosts running around, as people say, but some people are still skeptics. Skeptics.
We suck today.
Scalpels.
But this movie dabbles in both special effects and practical effects back then, and I really do think that the special effects with the practical effects of this movie have held up very, very well over time.
Even better, you know, how can special effects made in 1984 be better than special effects 2023?
I don't know, dude. Like, it really makes me miss the days of practical. Even the special effects.
I don't think people are passionate enough these days.
I don't either. I think they're just doing it for
lazy.
the money. They get the there's no, like, as you said, there's no passion behind it. Like, there's no love put into the movies anymore.
You know, back then there was no room to make mistakes. You had one way for people to see your movie, and that's come to the theaters, and you had to make it a goddamn good movie.
Right.
Nowadays, you got the streaming services, you got TV, you got all kinds of stuff, and it's like They almost take it for granted. And it's like, oh, by the time we're watching the film, they have already worked on 2 or 3 other films. So it's just another job for them.
Yeah, it's no
We need
love.
Tom Savini. We need we need the practical guys. And yes, I do think that we need CGI, but we need people on top of it to make it look good, to where we sit here and we talk about, I don't know if that scene was CGI or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we need to talk about. Same thing in Ghostbusters. Yes, all of this is CGI special effects, but it looks real in the movie. It's not like, ooh, I can tell this is computer or whatever. We need more movies like this.
Right. We're not watching
Ghostbusters
Spawn.
started, I shouldn't say started, but was one of the bigger movies to combine, like you say, the special effects and the practical effects. And it gave us this movie. Man, when we talk about movies from the 80s and 90s, fucking awesome legendary is all we ever talk about, because that era is just too good, man. It
really is.
And you know what? It's almost 40 years now since the 80s.
Shit.
It's almost 40 years.
That is fucking crazy.
Think about it.
Yeah, we were born in 88, and that's like the
end
of it.
It might be 40. Hold on. 1980 to 90 is 10. 90 to 2000 is 20. 2020 to 10 is 30. And 2010 to 2020 is 40. 43 years now.
God, we're old.
Yeah. 43 years now since 1980 to now.
Yeah, we're 35.
Yeah. I mean, we were born in the tail end, but we caught, the 90s was no slouch either. The 90s continued that shit on up into the 2000s. And it was kind of like, when them streaming services came along, well, maybe a little before that. Maybe when Netflix started to get real popular in the late 2000s. I don't know. Something around that. Movies kind of changed a little bit.
Yeah, they did, but don't get us wrong. There's some goddamn awful CGI movies from the 90s. Spawn, Langoliers. Yeah, it's some
just not as much.
Yeah, just not as much. Just not as much.
But Ghostbusters is grade A good shit, pal.
Right. We're not going to go into Ghostbusters. You should have seen Ghostbusters by now. And if not, run out, go buy all the Ghostbusters except for the 2016. You can actually, it's funny because Ghostbusters 2016 was so bad that now you can get the triple pack. But it comes with the newer one with
Afterlife.
Afterlife with Paul Rudd in it.
So part 1, 2, and Afterlife.
Yeah,
and
which is
skip over.
Yeah, the remake. Rightfully so. Thank God. I'm not going to even talk about that movie. It's not even worth the time or the effort.
Where can we see Ghostbusters?
Well, you can see Ghostbusters on a lot of services. So if you have Sling TV, Peacock, Fubu, Boofu, Fuck You, Hulu, you can watch. No problem, no extra cost. Now, if you want to purchase it, you can get it or rent it on Vudu, Amazon Prime, YouTube TV for about, you can buy it for Google Play, Google TV is $13.99. Don't buy that. Go buy the physical copy because I think the 3-pack is like $10.
Yeah,
something like that at Walmart.
It's not that much. Yeah.
If you want to just rent it for the night, you can. $3.99. I mean, you think about it. You throw in a couple extra dollars, and you have all 3 movies. Which all 3 movies are great. Ghostbusters 1 and 2, and Afterlife. Afterlife was actually a great 3rd movie.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I enjoyed it. We actually went to the theaters and watched it. But it's a great family movie. And I'm going to throw this one to Todd. We're rating these, So what do you give Ghostbusters?
Ghostbusters 1984 is a true blue classic. It is 5 out of 5.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with that. Because I have this movie as a 5 out of 5. Because, I mean, it's just almost a damn near perfect movie. Honestly,
yeah, it's a perfect blend of what we love, which is horror, with your comedy, some of the
culture,
pop culture, some of the best in the business. I mean, Dan Aykroyd and fucking Bill Murray. I mean, Jesus. And, you know, mix in that fantasy, and it takes place. The funny thing is it takes place in New York City, which New York City in the 80s was way different than New York City now. It had like kind of this nostalgia, like dark alleyway type of
Yeah, but a place
scene.
you wanted to be at too.
Yeah, it was almost like a forbidden world type of deal.
Yeah, it was like, you know, that Narnia, so to speak. You know,
Yeah.
you wanted to go there, like that's where all the fun's at.
But this is a total classic, total classic.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too much we can really say about Ghostbusters that hasn't already been said. It's a
Spawn
great movie.
cartoons.
Yeah,
I mean, we got
action
Ghostbusters,
figures,
we got the real Ghostbusters, we got action figures. I
a
mean,
fucking hit song.
yeah, a hit song.
I mean,
You know, da-da-da-da-da-da.
yeah, everybody, you know, who you're going to call. Even people that haven't seen Ghostbusters, if you say who you're going to call, everybody knows that line.
Yeah, and
That's how
what,
iconic this movie is.
And like you said, not only does it have pop culture in the movie, but it has become pop culture.
Yes, absolutely. And as always, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. I'm JT Ripper.
And I'm Todd of Thunder saying toodaloo.
And stay spooky. Stay tuned for day 12. It's right around the corner.